Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today I've got a very interesting list of 10 fragrances aimed only for women. These are the 10 perfumes in my collection that kind of scream everything feminine about them, and I think that's why they make kind of special fragrances for women. And let's see what they are. So before I begin, let me tell you that I have not ranked them because I feel all of these 10 are very special fragrances, not just in my collection but for all the women that are there, for all the women across the world. So which is why I have not ranked them. So I'll just go by an ascending order of number, which will be like from 1 to 10. The first fragrance in my hand is a very special one, and I think this is going to be one of the most loved fragrances. This is going to be another Chanel 5 or Miss Dior, the kind of aura that those two perfumes have created over the decades. This is going to join the same league in the near future, and this is Mon Guerlain from the house of Guerlain. So though Mon Guerlain falls in the designer category of perfumes, to me this is like niche quality among fragrances. This is so beautiful, so timeless in my opinion. You can wear this in the summer, you can wear this in the winters, you can wear this in the fall, you can wear it in the morning or in the evening. It'll never cease to charm you or people around you. So there's a tiny bit of freshness that opens with the bergamot and then the lavender. There's a soft creaminess at the base with the vanilla and the sandalwood. The beautiful balance of powderiness with the presence of iris and jasmine sambac in the middle. It's just beautiful. It's classy, it's elegant, it's timeless in my opinion. And that is why it is so feminine, so essentially feminine, and kind of makes me proud of being a woman at all times, just because I will be able to wear this fragrance. So definitely one of my favorites, and I'm sure one of it's a favorite with most of the women around the world. So I can't think of too many women who will be not in favor of this one. So the first perfume on my list is Mon Guerlain. The second perfume in my hand is a stunner. It's like a stunning showstopper in my opinion. This is Prada La Femme Intense, and it's got a boozy creaminess with vanilla and the floral notes, and it's got that powderiness from the iris and a sharpness from the patchouli. I think this is one of those first few perfumes in my collection with which I kind of identified the sharpness that is always available with patchouli, and I kind of fell in love with patchouli in the end. This is definitely one of those first line of fragrances that kind of taught me to appreciate patchouli. This has ylang ylang, this has frangipani, tuberose, this has jasmine sambac in the middle, but the things that come to my nose very easily is iris, is vanilla and patchouli. There's a little bit of a lipsticky cosmetic vibe to it. I think that only makes this so much more amazing as a perfume. And this has an amazing longevity and a great sillage, impressive sillage, which is why this would be my top choice for a wedding perfume, for a big party, for a lot of people, crowded place. This would be an absolute showstopper. The next perfume that I have in my hand does not need any introduction whatsoever, and I think any lady across the world who loves perfumes will definitely have this in her collection, and this is Chanel Coco. It's absolute heaven. This is so gorgeous as a perfume. It's got an amazing longevity, it's got an amazing sillage, projection is good, and an amazing spicy floral perfume where the spice does not choke you at all. To me, it's mostly tonka bean, sandalwood, vanilla and amber at the base, along with the floral notes, the rose, the jasmine, the orange blossom, along with the spices, the coriander and the cloves. And it has Bulgarian rose, jasmine, mandarin orange, coriander and peach at the top. It has rose, orange blossom, mimosa, clover and cloves in the middle. It has vanilla, it has sandalwood, it has tonka bean and amber at the base. So it has all been blended so beautifully, and there's something timeless about this as well. And this is one fragrance in this list that you can use in fact there are quite a few over here that you can use throughout the year. You can just have this in your closet and forget about anything else. You're sorted. The next fragrance is like a predictable entry, because if there's Chanel, then Dior cannot be too far behind. So this is Dior Addict, and in my opinion this is one of the most sensual feminine fragrances I have ever come across. This is like a vanilla white floral masterpiece, but for some reason this does not have sandalwood, but for some reason I always catch that hint of sandalwood, which I don't know why. My nose tells me there's sandalwood in this, but there's no sandalwood officially. The older version had sandalwood, but then this is the 2014 formulation that does not have sandalwood. So as far as Addict is concerned, if I just say it's one of the most soft, creamy, sensual fragrances available in the market, that would be enough. You don't need any further introduction as far as Addict is concerned. It's addictive actually. And maybe for a hot summer day this might be a little too heavy for the daytime especially, but if you can still feel confident, this can be a signature scent. This has all the qualities of being a signature scent. High on longevity, high on sillage, amazing sillage actually. Projection is very, very strong, and the qualities of the fragrance, the quality of the fragrance is just mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. So as far as the notes are concerned, this has rose, this has jasmine, this has blackberry, this has mandarin leaf, this has tonka bean, and this has vanilla. So I'm not reading out all the notes in detail, I'm just giving you a little idea, but you really need to sniff this in order to get the idea that I'm trying to give you across. This is a truly feminine beauty in one word, and I think this is one of the best from Dior, apart from Miss Dior range of course. The next fragrance that I have in my hand is also one of the most sensuous romantic perfumes I can ever think of. This is Narciso Rodriguez for Her, and I think this is another one fragrance that developed my love for musk. And you know, this is like a musk masterpiece. I cannot think of a better perfume. If I had to describe musk fragrance, one of the best musk fragrances around, this is instantly that would come to my mind. Narciso Rodriguez. I can't think of anything that has captured my imagination so beautifully. Apart from musk, this has amber, patchouli, sandalwood and orange blossom, but all these are only enhancing the muskiness of the perfume. Musk is, you know, it kind of grows on you, it kind of becomes an addiction. If you have this bottle in your hand, you'll constantly do this. If you have applied it on your hand, you're constantly going to do this. That is the amount of addiction that this perfume has. So wear it, if you have it, do wear it on date nights, of course, on romantic night out or night in. I can't think of this as being the perfect daytime fragrance, but evening onwards, nighttime fragrances, absolute must have. I think so far we only talked of designer fragrances. So this is one niche fragrance, the first one that I have here with me. This is a decant. This is Fève Délicieuse, and I hope I will be able to get one big bottle soon, but no matter how soon I get that bottle, it will not make any difference, because this is part of the, if you see the juice, color of the juice, so beautiful. This is the 2015 formulation, and if I'm not mistaken, the formulation has changed around 2018 or 19, or maybe 2017-18. This is a must have, and if you can get your hands on a 2015 formulation, just grab it. This is so beautiful. It's a tonka bean. It's an amazing powdery perfume, amazing powdery, but the powderiness is, it's so well blended, it's so balanced that anyone can wear this, but to me it screams feminine. And to me, if I had to choose, it would be a very difficult choice for me, but if I had to choose 10 perfumes for life, Fève Délicieuse will definitely be on that list. I am so fond of this fragrance that and most importantly, something that needs to be mentioned about this is the longevity. It's a 12-hour plus longevity. This is an amazing longevity perfume. It can break many records. So this has tonka bean, this has vanilla, caramel, cocoa, praline, benzoin, sandalwood, cacao pod, bergamot, lavender and mint. So you will get the little bit of freshness, a little bit of the minty feeling. Yes, a little bit of the minty vibe from it, but basically it's the vanilla, caramel, cocoa, praline, vanilla, caramel, praline and the tonka bean. It all makes me feel like there's iris in it, but there's no iris, but the beautiful powderiness. And this reminds me of days that went by, years that went by. So beautiful fragrance. This is Fève Délicieuse. I've forgotten the count actually. So this is number 6. The next perfume that I have in my hand is one of my favorites, of course, all-time favorites, and I can wear this without any reason. I don't need a reason for me to apply this fragrance, which I often do. And this is Van Cleef & Arpels Orchid Vanille. You know, if you notice carefully, almost all the fragrances that I've discussed till now, they have a huge projection. They have a high projection, strong, noticeable projection. But this one has medium to low projection, and to me it's a beautiful floral vanilla cake kind of a perfume, which is cozy, which is warm, which is definitely suitable for fall and winter. But if you can use it in a little measured dose, I think you could use it even in the summers, because the perfume is beautiful. And if you want to just be by yourself, this is my me scent, this is my me time perfume actually. And if you want to just spend some time with yourself and smell good, then nothing too loud, nothing too ostentatious, nothing flashy, but a cozy, warm, just very romantic kind of a perfume. This is part of the collection Extraordinaire from Van Cleef & Arpels, and this was launched in 2009. And there are quite a few notes that are here, even though I refer to this as a purely vanilla fragrance. It has orange, it has lychee, dark chocolate, bitter almond, it has orchid, Bulgarian rose, violet, vanilla and vanilla bean, and it has tonka bean, it has white musk, and it has cedar wood at the base, which is all of it together makes it an unbelievably beautiful fragrance, and perfect for your personal time, personal space and time. The next perfume is getting repetitive actually. This is again one of my all-time favorites, and I think I could use this. This will definitely be on my list of top 10 perfumes for life. So this is Shiseido Zen, and I think it is proof enough, because I think almost every list that I prepare, this one comes up. because it's absolutely breathtaking. And trust me, many of you who have bought this on after seeing my video and on my recommendation, I don't know, there are not, you don't write a comment over here in YouTube videos, but I have received a lot of messages on Instagram saying I have bought Zen after seeing your video, and I absolutely love it. It's now become my signature perfume. So many of you, please do leave a comment below the video so that it can, everybody else can see it and get inspired if they want to, and I can also see it, because sometimes messages are lost, Instagram messages are lost. But I've received a lot of messages saying that I've bought Zen after your recommendation and it's an absolute stunner. Again, this is another perfume that kind of strengthened my love for patchouli, because this has patchouli. So beautiful. You can use it in the summer, you can use it in the fall, you can use it in the winter, morning, day, night, anytime, and it will never cease to amaze you. This is such a beautiful perfume, and if you can get it, I think you better take one, because you might just miss out. I don't know if it is just India or the world over, but Shiseido seems to have discontinued this one. So this has grapefruit, pineapple, orange, bergamot and rose at the top. This has freesia, orris, red apple, lily of the valley, violet, gardenia and lotus in the middle. The base notes are patchouli, cedar, incense, amber, pine and musk. Floral, amber, floral notes, amber, patchouli, musky. It's one of the best that I've come across. The next one is a niche fragrance, and it's at the moment, and this is at the moment one of the most sought after, one of the most loved and appreciated fragrance in the fragrance community. This is Nishane Ani. Oh, this is really a stunning gem when it comes to a sweet play of cardamom and patchouli. So this was launched in 2019, and it has bergamot, ginger, pink pepper and green notes at the top. The middle notes comprise of blackcurrant, Turkish rose and cardamom. The base notes comprise of patchouli, vanilla, cedar, benzoin, ambergris, sandalwood and musk. But everyone will talk about Ani as a masterpiece when it comes to vanilla fragrances, and I completely agree. This is a beautiful vanilla fragrance, and the presence of patchouli, the presence of the spices like the ginger and the pink pepper and the cardamom only balances the sweetness of the vanilla beautifully. You can feel it, and it's got an amazing longevity. The longevity is no less than 7 to 8 hours on my skin, and the projection is medium to high, because it depends on how much you're using. There have been times when I've just sprayed once or twice, the projection has been medium, but on another occasion when I sprayed it a little more than usual, the projection has been quite strong. And the last but not the least, this is one of the most subtle, delicate and elegant kind of perfume that I have in my collection. This is Serge Lutens Datura Noir. This is to me one of the best tuberose coconut fragrances that I have in my collection, because I avoid tuberose fragrances, too much of tuberose, because I kind of struggle with tuberose, intensely tuberose fragrances. I kind of struggle a bit, and I don't know why. Normally I love tuberose as a flower, and if it is in the house or anywhere, I just love it. But we in my country, we use a lot of tuberose, especially in my community. We use a lot of tuberose for purposes of weddings, for purposes of any other occasion, rituals, anything. Tuberose is the most commonly used flower, but as a perfume note, I don't know why, but I tend to struggle a little bit, which is why I avoid. But when it came to Datura Noir, I kind of changed my mind because of beautiful balance. This is such an elegant perfume, seriously. And despite being so subtle and light, it has got a good projection, medium projection, but it kind of envelops you in a beautiful way. Someone close to you will be able to get the perfume quite clearly. You don't have to kind of go too close around them. And at the same time, the longevity is also not bad, but at least about 6 hours on my skin, single application. If you kind of touch it up with another application, then definitely it will go further than that. So this has coconut, this has tuberose, this has tonka bean, almond and lemon blossom. So the presence of almond also gives it a little creaminess. Middle notes comprise of mandarin orange, musk, Chinese osmanthus, heliotrope, myrrh. The base notes comprise of vanilla and apricot. Like I said, this is a beautifully subtle and elegant, beautifully blended perfume, and a very subtle and elegant one. This is perfect for daytime, of course. The color itself will tell you. This is a beautiful addition to your closet for a daytime perfume, and it's so elegant and feminine and makes you feel extra beautiful. So that was my list of 10 perfumes for women, which are an absolute must-have if you love perfumes and if you love to smell good at all times. So do let me know how much you like this video, and if you have any of these perfumes, what are your experiences, and I will see you very soon in my next one. And till then, lots of love. Bye.